what a nice way to put it, that we all have to really appreciate each other's strengths and give each person the opportunity to live in their strengths. Hello everyone, we are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here. I'm Abby, Chrissy's here, and my mom's here as well. And today we're going to be continuing our topic about moving with 8.
With a party of 8, right? Well, guys, we kind of talked about it on the last one, but we're kind of talking about the different personalities, different strengths, and a little bit of the challenge of moving when everyone's processing it differently. And I will just tell you that as we're in the process of doing it for the second time right now, many of the same things that we did the first time, we've done a little bit better this time, but we've incorporated the things that worked last
Yes, we
time.
have, like for instance, when we're packing up boxes, having different people going into different rooms, doing different things so that we can all get it done more effectively. Like, we can't have everybody crammed into a little office trying to do the same thing. So if we have, 2 people working on one thing and 3 people working on a different thing, since there's so many of us, we can maximize our effectiveness that way.
Yeah, to kind of back up. So with that being said, so with everybody's strengths, we've kind of figured out at this point how important it is for everybody to live in their strengths while moving and not trying to force somebody to do something that they don't have a strength in. For instance, Drews has a very strong strength in helping break down items, organize more of the bigger items that need to be taken apart, or if we're selling something or getting rid of stuff, for him to kind of organize that kind of stuff.
He's the handyman.
He's a very good handyman with a great attitude, but asking him to do something like, pack up the playroom would...
With the dolls and the dress up.
With the dolls and the dress up and the, games, we might not end up with having all of our stuff nicely in a box, and it might turn into a mess. And we kind of figured out early on the importance of allowing each person to live in their strengths. So one of the things that Abby and Chrissy are really good at is working together in a room to get stuff done. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we're pretty good about knowing each other's strengths, and she's definitely one in her moving. She can do the meticulous work, like labeling boxes or taping this up, and I'm just kind of like the one who I'm like, let's keep moving. I want to go quick. Let's go fast. I'll prep something for her. She'll finish it. It works out really well together. Yeah, I'm one that's very organized. I like really following to Mom's schedule and what she has to do. Me and her are very similar personalities when it comes to being organized. I'm one that I like to donate stuff and like to make sure we can keep it as simplified as possible. But sometimes I can get that a little out of hand by doing a little too much or just making it a little too perfect. So it works really well when Chrissy's like, we got to keep moving here. I'm like, okay. And she's like, that's going to be okay. We got to keep moving here. So when we just work together, it worked really well as a tag team because we're like, taking care of pictures and like wrapping them and stuff, and like Chrissy would fold it all together and I'd tape it, and it just worked really well.
Right. And then somebody like Bella, who's very good at just peacefully making sure that things are getting taken care of around the house.
Right. She's really good about filling in the gaps. Like whether it's like we're prepping food in between, we're all working. She's good about setting the table and cooking the food. Or if like a picture needs to be wrapped, she's like, she doesn't even say anything. She just goes over and does it. She fills in the gaps for everybody so that we can stay in our strength and she stays in hers.
Right. And there's no competition about it. Like we've figured out now at this point that with everybody's strengths, the job gets done.
It gets done really well.
Yeah. Mom and Dad have also realized that not all of us are going to be doing the same jobs. Like how Mom was saying, how me and Chrissy worked really well with tag teaming. They're going to let us working our strengths and like take care of like putting away the pictures and wrapping them or whatever, while like Bella and Ellie are going to be wrapping like a table or something. We're just going to work in different strengths, or Bella's going to be helping with watching Hunter and Ellie's going to be helping Mom. It's just we've all worked together and how we're going to do it. Like Mom knows how I'm really good at working with her with helping organizing, but sometimes we can get a little choleric with each other. Well, choleric meaning like we're very strong-willed. We like to be the leader, but we know how to work together.
Right, which I think is one of the biggest things is having grace. Grace during packing is so important. You know, we figured out that we're all on the same team. What's it look like to work as a team? Not so much like getting upset if somebody's asking you to do something or maybe is being direct with you on something. The truth is we want to get the job done so that we can move on, because a job needs to get done and we don't want to take longer than it has to.
Yeah, in our family, we're like ones that will not prolong the process. We're like, we're going to get this done. We're not going to make this like a whole party where it's going to be super long. We're like, nope. We slowly, like how it normally worked is we kind of slowly start packing. And then really when it comes to the day, we're like full grind. It's a full day of work. We're going to be packing. We're like, Mom and Dad are going to be telling us like, we're not going to be able to get to homework today. We're going to have to do a lot of packing, and then we can get caught up in homework on a different day. So when we do that, it's like we just work together. We got to realize, okay, we got to be a little bit flexible. And that was like our word when we were moving to Boise, was we got to make sure that we're flexible in the season. And it's kind of like another season of flexibility here, another spring of flexibility. We got to make sure that even though if we're going to be a little behind on homework, we'll make sure that we get caught back up, but we got to really focus on packing here, because otherwise we have no furniture.
Yes, you're so right. And sometimes Mom will be like, okay, guys, it's going to be a busy week. We got to give each other grace. We can't have arguments every 3 minutes. We can't, if someone does something to you, just got to let it go the best you can, because we can't have arguments all day. We got to focus and work together.
Right. And I think that's one of the key points is, you know, leading up to us doing a big move is giving each other enough space before the event happens, because we're going to be in each other's space so much. We need to be aware that we really need to kind of replenish ourselves to the best of our ability up front, so that when we are in the middle of all this, we're not so on top of each other, getting irritable with each other. And then as soon as this is over, like, we're able to just kind of relax and just appreciate and give, you know, accolades to each other for what we did do right.
Right. And it's like, for instance, if we're watching something on TV at the end of the day because we're tired, well, if someone else is sitting in your favorite chair, just go sit somewhere else. Don't be like, but I wanted to sit there. Just go sit somewhere else. You know, don't make a big deal out of something, because we're all just trying to get our space and relax, because we're all exhausted.
Yeah, that's normally what happens is like after a big trip or after like moving and stuff, Mom and Dad tried really hard to make sure that we get a little space from each other, because we can get a little bit overtired from working so hard and get just a little bit irritable with each other. But Mom and Dad just realized, let's give each other a little bit of space to do whatever you want to do for this time. Like somebody's going in one room and just relaxing and reading, like Bella loves to read, or somebody else is in another room crocheting. I love to crochet, and Chrissy likes to crochet and do all that fun stuff. But like we just need to realize we need a little bit of space. Like even down to Hunter. Hunter gets tired and she needs that space too. She doesn't want people in her space all the time. So like for all of us, we all need our space. Like Mom and Dad, they need their time together. Like we just need to realize, like by the end of the day, all of us just need a break here.
Right. I think I hear the packing happening.
Yeah, me and Mom were like looking at each other like, what is that? Is someone breathing in the microphone? Like, what's going on? And we're like, packaging tape.
Packaging tape, of course. I hear it. Do you hear it, Abby?
Yeah, I do.
hear it.
It's
I'm like-
all the packing.
I'm like, what's going on?
It's after a night like today that we go to bed, like literally having nightmares about packaging tape. Like,
We're like, I never want to see a moving box in my life again.
or smell the boxes of the tape
Right.
ever again, right? So, anyways, what a nice way to put it, that we all have to really appreciate each other's strengths and give each person the opportunity to live in their strengths. One thing that's really neat is like Ellie. Ellie is such a great little like number 2. She loves running around and helping anybody with anything. Like one of her strengths is probably just being a helper. You know, she's not necessarily the one leading something when we are moving, but she's definitely a helper. So giving her the task of, we want you to label all these things, or we want you to like put tape on all these things, or we want you to make piles for all these things, has really allowed her to kind of come in her strength and be able to help out where we need help too.
Right. Of all people, I feel like Ellie might be one of the one of the people who do the most stair climbs during the day. Like, we'll be like, okay, Ellie, go run this tape downstairs for me. Go throw this out, please. Go label this. Go get me a Sharpie, whatever it is. It's like she'll be doing up and down laps all over the place, just doing like, Ellie, do this for me, please. Ellie, do this for me, please. Because she's so willing to just be that support role, that helper, and it makes our time much easier for us who want to lead and want to do the big stuff. She really just fills in those gaps just like Bella.
Right. And then we have sweet Hunter, who is 5, and she wants to be a part of everything, but having her be a part of everything actually can slow us down sometimes.
Right.
So we've had to learn how to teach her what it looks like to help at her level.
Yeah, Hunter, she's super sweet. Like last night we do where somebody prays in the middle, and it was Hunter's turn. And then after she prays, we say something we love about her. And like Dad was like, I just love how you were keeping me company and just being that little light while we were all packing. And that was just her way of little leadership. Like, she can't really pack because she's just not old enough and doesn't have the strength yet to do that. But she could still be the light and just make everybody smile while this hard season is going on.
Right, and she's also really good about just staying out of the way. Like, whether she's just sitting on the couch and just petting Molly, or whether she's just reading, or whether she's just doing coloring, or whatever she's doing, she's just really good about staying out of the way, and she just knows her role. If we're like, Mom's like, please bring me a roll of tape, and I have full hands, I'm like, Hunter, go give her a roll of tape, and she's really good about doing it and everything like that.
Yeah, Hunter, yesterday I found Hunter in a bin coloring in our little pad that she was writing on. She's just coloring in the box. She's like getting packed up. I thought it was super cute.
Yeah, I think it's like all these little moments, and then at the end of the day, us all getting together and be able to not only, like appreciate each other for what we did for the day, but also find the funniness of what's happening, because every time we've packed up, we think we have it pretty planned out, and like the unknown happens.
Oh yeah, like I never realized how much stuff I have until I'm trying to move it. Like, I think, I'll just need a box or two for my stuff. I don't even have that much stuff, Mom. Like, other people can take the boxes. Then I'm like, I need your guys' boxes. I have too much stuff. Like, then it's so funny. Like, every time you think, okay, I have a guesstimate of how much stuff we have. I have a guesstimate how many boxes we have. We're always getting more packaging tape, more boxes, more everything, because we misestimate everything pretty much.
And also, all of our neighbors are missing us. They're like, oh my gosh, the moving truck is here. This is for real. And like, it just shows how we could be the light everywhere we go. How even though we weren't here in Florida for that long, we've only been here, this is like our 3rd year. And it's like, but yet we were still the light, and everybody wants us to stay here. But we're like, we got an adventure. We got a journey that we need to go on. We can't just stay back for other people. We got to make sure that we stay on our journey to keep going forward. And as much as we do like our friends, we would love if they came out to where we were going, because there was a couple of houses that were for sale out there. So it just is all great, just knowing that you were actually appreciated here. Just knowing that you're actually going to be missed here. And I think somebody who might be a little confused is our dog Molly right now. She has no idea what is going on. She's worried that we're going to leave her here in Florida. She has no idea, does she, Mom?
I feel like Molly should know that we'll never leave her. Like, we're so faithful to her. Why is she so concerned? Like,
oh gosh, Molly lives the life. Again, we want to reiterate, Molly is our dog, and not a 7th child. And she lives the best life ever. She's only 2.
She's our little golden doodle.
Yeah, she's only, 2 years old?
Right, gonna be 3 this year.
Yeah, she's only 2, and she isn't really sure what home she lives in.
Yeah, I know.
Because we keep moving her.
She's been to, I don't know how many rental houses, and she's been to Florida house, she's been to Idaho house, she's been to Wisconsin house, she's been to probably 5 different rental houses.
No, VRBOs.
VRBOs, yeah. And it's so funny because she's been all over the place, and she just keeps going.
But anyways, that was our little adventure with our packing up the house again. On to the next adventure, right, girls?
Yep.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. See you next time.